After that game, I became Neymar's #1 enemy.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Pissed off. Pissed off. That was how I was after the Liverpool PSG game. And after that game, I became Neymar's #1 enemy. No longer was I caping for him. No longer was I propping him up. And after that, I said, you're no longer a top 3 player in the world. Whatever you do in Liga is irrelevant to me. You will only be judged upon what you do in Champions League. This is a weird one for Liverpool because this game doesn't really matter. For people who are following this group and how it goes, all Liverpool need is 2 clear goals against Napoli and they're through. That's all they need. I'm not checking the whole thing. I don't care. Could PSG be playing in the Europa League? It's a very simple thing I'm throwing out there. Could they be playing in the Europa League? Because if they're not really on point, because Napoli, because you have to again, anything can happen. Football is crazy. You can expect that Napoli will take care of business there, but results could come in a way in which if PSG don't really get 3 points here, and they don't get 3 points at Belgrade, and Belgrade away is a tricky tie, PSG could be playing the Europa League. But let's just put that to one side. And let's focus on this game right here. Liverpool are coming for the win. They know that, all right, look, we don't really need to go for the win, but everything is cool there. But Liverpool are like, you know what? Why don't we just beat these guys in Paris? Because what if we beat these guys in Paris and Napoli don't get all 3 points against Belgrade? That could happen. But so that is one possibility there. But let's just look specifically at PSG. They haven't yet shown up in the Champions League. I couldn't give a flipping damn what they did against Belgrade. Liverpool, they got soundly beaten. Liverpool deserved them 100%, beat them, and Neymar was a flop in that game. Both games against Napoli, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro, you didn't make it happen. You did. I expect too much from you. You're supposed to be the generation star. You're supposed to be that guy. You're supposed to be that guy. And unfortunately, you just haven't been. But you just haven't been that guy. So, if Neymar does not show up in this game, I think I'm done with it. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. If you don't show up in this game and you don't inspire PSG to a convincing win in this, I don't want Neymar to ever be mentioned again. Never. Ever again. By anybody. Don't you mention his name ever again. His name is banned. Okay? Time to show up. Time to show up. Mbappe is 19. Homeboy is 20 next month. Relax. So those guys said, oh, Mbappe, he's overrated, not that good. He has a World Cup medal. It's being as well as 3 fishing dales. Being as 3 fishing dales. But let's look at Liverpool. I think for Liverpool and Klopp, you see, there is a dilemma here. There is a dilemma here. Do you go with this, your aggressive pressing, or do you go with the whole conservative approach? How they beat PSG at Anfield was the aggressive press. PSG just could not live with how Liverpool were playing, how they were running, how they were pressing them, how they were harassing them, and how they were attacking them. And the spaces that they kept on finding, they just could not live with PSG. And Liverpool's tactical game just forced PSG into mistakes. Marquinhos in that greater defender. Thiago Silva, for me, he's not really been tier 2, tier 1 for about 6, 7, 8 years. So that approach is going to be a problem for PSG. Whereas, if Liverpool were to take the more conservative approach, chill out, relax, I think that will allow PSG to be in the game. It will allow them more times on the ball, and it will allow key guys like Verratti to really set the tempo of the game. But a guy like Marco Verratti, you've got to put guys on him because the guy like Verratti is really good. Okay, I'm just saying he's good. He's a good football player. Yes. He good football player. Yes. So that's just all I'm saying there. So, but I think for Liverpool, I think the approach. I mean, Shaqiri should feature in this game. So, a midfield three of Milner, Wijnaldum, and Shaqiri. Shaqiri is the guy that breaks from midfield, and I think that him getting in those nice little pockets, supplying Firmino, Mane, Salah, and so forth, I think could be really dangerous. I think this is a game that if the front is really on point and they find their spacing right, they can exploit PSG, because this is the issue, and this is what I keep on bringing on. The jump is too great. And what I mean by the jump from Ligue 1 to the Champions League is too great. PSG have not and will not face anybody with the quality of Liverpool. They will not face anybody in Ligue 1 with the quality of that front three Liverpool. It's not going to happen. So the adjustment is going to be a shock, and that is why even more so, from the moment the referee blows the whistle, Liverpool have to attack PSG. Because they might as well. Because even if they lose, it's still same thing of like, okay, beat Napoli by 2 clear goals and we're cool. So I think the right tactic, it would be stupid for Liverpool to be like, let's be conservative. No. Full on attack, aggressive, throw men forward, keep pushing the ball forward and just go at that defense. Because that will be such a shock for pitchers, and it will take a long time for them to readjust to, sugar, we're playing in the Champions League now. Sugar, we're playing in an elite team. Something we're not used to playing in Ligue 1. It's very simple. So, but I do think that Shaqiri definitely needs to play here. And you probably should roll with a Van Dijk Gomez defensive partnership. I think Van Dijk Gomez defensive partnership, Milner being an extra protector in there, I think just sort of like double team and really cluster F Mbappe and Neymar, then they're cool. And that's the thing. As long as Liverpool just really harass Neymar and Mbappe, that's it. Because they won't be able to live with Liverpool really pushing bodies on them. Same thing that they did at Anfield. I think for PSG and for Tuchel and everything, I just think they have to play more as a team. And they've got to move the ball quickly and intelligently. You can't have Neymar hogging the ball for like 40, 50 yards. That's stupid. Again, we do not know whether they'll... Because remember, they all took injuries. So Neymar and Mbappe, they both took injuries. So we do not... So there's no confirmation yet. The last I heard is they may be able to make it. That's the last I heard. They may be able to make it. But... I mean, if Neymar and Mbappe both don't play, that's difficult. I mean, PSG still have quality players, but I think if they both don't play, I think even more so, Liverpool now know that we can really attack these guys because it's worth the risk, because those attacks will not be as potent and as dangerous if they don't have both Neymar and Mbappe. Because look, Draxler, Cavani, Di Maria, they're still there. They ain't Neymar and Mbappe. Neymar and Mbappe. But I really, really hope that Neymar plays in this game. I really hope that he does. I mean, look, bro, it's a scratch. It's a flesh wound. It's a flesh wound. So for Mbappe and Neymar, I just really hope that they play and they feature, because this is a big game. This is a must-win game. They must claim all 3 points. They have to claim all 3 points in this game. But what I really want, I think, because we already know how PSG are going to play. With Neymar and Mbappe, without them, we know how Tuchel plays, how they play in Paris, and what they need to do. They will come out and really try to play, control the game, and be very silky on the ball. And they're going to be expansive. I hope and I pray for Klopp and for Liverpool, based on what the situation and the logistics are. I pray that we see that last year's Liverpool. We see the Klopp Dortmund that they really aggressively attack and go at them. Just go at them. You've got nothing to lose, bro. Go at them, because we're going to have an exciting game to see as other sorts of football fans. And I think an attack-minded approach will suit them more. I mean, look, Mane could rip them apart. I think that if Firmino really gets his movement and his touch right to really connect Salah and Mane in, and they really get, and that's just the thing about the front three. It's just what has really been missing in a lot of these games is just their understanding, because they had a telepathic understanding last season, which is where like they just knew how to move the ball, and they just found spaces. They were able to find those spaces by their sixth sense. They've not been able to really do that to the same kind of extent. But I just think this is the perfect game in which they can just really go back to that old school way of playing. Move the ball well, move it quick, get it direct, and just exploit the space that PSG will leave, because that defense is ready to be thrown to PSG. This thing can win no Champions League. That defense, it's not happening. It's not happening. Prediction. I'll give you two predictions. If Neymar and Mbappe are both playing, 3-2 to PSG. If Neymar and Mbappe aren't playing, I'm going with 1-1. So there we go. So 1-1 if Neymar and Mbappe are not playing, and 3-2 to PSG if Neymar and Mbappe are playing. Let's get it on. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month, and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.